Is everything on?
Everything's good.
We're recording. We're good? All right, count me in and we're going to go.
Yes, sir. And in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey there, my name is Mark Moore Jr., and I am the host of the Young Leaders Conference, the founder of Spirit and Truth Ministries, and the president of YLC Studios. And today, I think it's time that somebody told the truth about Pastor Travis Greene, Dr. Jackie Greene, and the Forward City Church. You know, like so many people around the world, I have long been a fan of Pastor Travis Greene and his ministry. Even before he was pastoring, his music ministry was a blessing to me. Our ministry, we sang his songs, you know, Intentional and The Hill and you know, all of that. I Can See the Light. We've sang it at our conferences. We've sang it at Spirit and Truth. And I've been a fan, but I didn't know who the real him was. I didn't really know what kind of people him and his wife really were, what kind of ministry they were leading until recently. As many of you may know, we launched YLC Studios and believed God, walked out on risky faith, had nothing, and God blessed us to acquire a 20,000 square foot facility where we're building a production studio, multiple sound stages, podcasting, photography, the whole nine. And we've really just kind of been trusting God with this process. And that's really what led me to see the real Pastor Travis Greene, because one day, mind you, I don't know this man. We've never crossed paths, but I get a message from him one day. And he tells me that the Lord has laid on his heart to sow into the vision. Now that, you know, I appreciate that. I get that message a lot. And I'm very grateful every time we get it. Sometimes people send $10, sometimes it's $5. But again, because I don't know him, it's a shock. But I thank him and I say, well, Pastor, that's great. And I said, I'm sitting in a meeting now, going over numbers, trying to see how we're going to meet budget. And he says, well, that's great. Would $5,000 help? Now, I'm blown away. I don't know if this guy is playing with me. Is this a joke? Is this even the real you? Are you spam? I'm looking for a blue check, the whole nine. But I tell him, I said, well, $5,000 is incredible. We just had a meeting with the contractor and they told us that we were $7,000 away from finishing an element, a big significant piece of the project. So he says to me, well, I'm gonna get with my wife. We're gonna send it over. We believe in this project. And then he says, get this, he says, and it sounds like we need to up our seed. So $7,000 it is. I immediately tell him, wait a minute, I wasn't signifying when I told you about that. I was just letting you know that the $5,000 seed would be game changing for us. And he says, I understand, I hear your heart, we want to be a blessing. Now it's at this point, I don't know, you know, a lot of people have promised us stuff. We're going to do this, we're going to send this. And so I'm a little bit jaded, right? Because I've had so many people tell me what they're going to do. And I'm wondering, is this another situation like that? But would you believe that within a few hours, I get a notification to check the account and there is $7,000 in the YLC Studios account from Forward City Church, Pastor Travis Greene, Dr. Jackie Greene. And so I came today to tell my story and to let you know what kind of pastor you have, what kind of church you go to, what kind of man and woman Pastor Travis and Dr. Jackie Greene are. Because I think that in this era of expose, in this era of tell-alls, in this era where we are addicted to beef, drama, tension, and tea, I think it's important that we know that there are still some people in the kingdom that do kingdom. And so on behalf of myself, our entire team, and the hundreds of thousands that have already been impacted by content shot here and the millions that will be impacted in the days to come, I had to come on here and tell Pastor Travis, Dr. Jackie, the entire Forward City Church, I had to tell Travis, David, and Jonathan, thank you for helping move us forward. And so for that reason, please know that we are forever grateful. We are forever it's amazing how much we want something bad to happen. We want people to be falling out and we want people to be at odds. This is not what that is. This is nothing more than an opportunity to let you know that you have a pastor in Pastor Travis and Dr. Jackie Greene, Forward City Church. You are a church. And for the others that are not a part of the ministry that will see this and hear the story, please know that God wants us to remember that there are some people that still do kingdom. He didn't send this seed. They didn't send this seed in exchange for an opportunity to share at YLC, or I'm going to sow into the vision if you let me come on a Sunday night for Spirit and Truth. It was no strings attached. It was genuine. And for that, we are forever grateful. Pastor Travis, Dr. Jackie, Forward City, one more time, thank you, thank you, thank you again.